Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. All that stuff. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to pass as a cisgender woman, as being a trans woman. Just tips that I've accumulated through my years of transition. First of all, my first thing that comes to mind is mannerisms. Like just kind of the way you act, the way you hold yourself. It's hard to explain, but men and women just kind of hold themselves in different ways. Just try to embody that feminine energy. You know what I mean? Just like, I don't know, that doesn't mean sway your hips back and forth and, do the most. Like, you just kind of want, I feel like the goal for me was really just to assimilate. I spent my whole life feeling like an outcast, and then at the start of my transition, definitely feeling like an outcast and feeling like everyone was looking at me. So now deeper into my transition, my only goal is just to kind of blend in, and like when I go to the drugstore, just to like walk in and no one think twice about it. My second tip, which is pretty minor, but I feel like honestly will help a lot, is your hair. So long hair obviously will, scream feminine, obviously. So even when I had like a buzz cut, I was still clipping in extensions and I was still just doing that. So make sure you have long hair. My other tip would be don't have colored hair. Of course, if you want it, these are only if you care about passing, and not to say you can't pass if you have colored hair. It just makes it more difficult because you're drawing more attention to yourself, and typically people in the community will have colored hair. So if you're trying to just kind of blend in, walking in with hot pink hair is just not going to help, and it's just going to draw more attention to yourself. And then if you already are trans and you're trying to like blend in, that might not be what you want to do. But again, that's only if you care. Another tip that I would have would definitely be learn your makeup. Learn what looks good on you. And do natural makeup. I definitely think that's a humongous tip, and that's something I did my entire transition. For some reason, I don't know if it's just like a personal insecurity or it's maybe really accurate, but I feel like every time I do like even just like a darker eyeshadow or like something crazy, I just feel like I look so much more like fake and just like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. And then I feel like that's also something that can give it away. So like right now with my makeup, all I do is mascara, fill in my brows, foundation and bronzer, and then lip product and concealer and stuff. Like just like very just natural looking makeup, but it does enhance my appearance a lot. I am wearing a decent amount of makeup. It's just that I'm not wearing it in obvious ways. But again, that doesn't mean that you can't pass if you're wearing blue eyeshadow. These are just some tips that will help you if you're like really struggling. Another tip that I would have, if you're tall like myself, don't wear heels. I've made that mistake. It just makes you stand out even more. Wear flats, wear flat toe or like super flat sneakers to like help yourself. And my height has honestly been such an insecurity of mine for so long. Just because I don't like being tall, because I feel like it makes me look more masculine and makes me stick out more. Just all the things I try to avoid, clearly. My next tip would be your voice. Something I struggle with every single day of my life. It's something that I don't think I'm ever not going to struggle with. I think almost every trans woman struggles with her voice, and I've seen a few trans women be like, no, like this is just always how I sound. Like, no, it's not. Your voice is something you can't control. I mean, you can and you can't. For the voice, it's honestly, it took a lot of learning. Like, there's nothing that I can say to help you learn. Like, you just got to kind of figure it out for yourself, like how your voice sounds, like what you could do with it, like personally, how far your range is, what sounds the most natural, because I could go a little bit higher than this, but that's when it starts to sound like forced and fake. So I'm trying to the goal is to kind of sit in the middle where you're not, it doesn't sound too high pitched like you're faking it, and like you're like trying to like talk like this and sound like super fake, but also not like too deep, and don't allow like any of that rasping to kind of make your voice sound like manly. At the end of the day though, if you don't care about being clocked, I personally care about getting clocked a lot, but that's because of my safety for most reasons. At the same point, you need to realize dangerous shit happens. People are fucking so evil and scary, and you should just always be extra careful. So carry a taser on you or something.